hello good friends, hello and welcome back to our YouTube channel. If you haven't already, what are you doing? Hit that subscribe button down below so you can get weekly content from me. I've been chefing it up in the kitchen, trying to get this deliciousness right now that's in front of me. Okay, so this is hot Cheeto chicken nuggets. I bought the hot Cheetos off eBay and I can't out. I cut chicken breasts into little like pieces and coated it with the hot Cheetos, and this is some yummy cheese. Ooh. And I got it to look like hella yellow because of turmeric, so yeah, I hope you like it. I'm gonna have the first bite before I carry on talking. Wow, it's cheese. Of course, I'm going to pour myself some Coke as well. Ooh, nice. Let's have some of that. I also have a story I want to tell you guys. It's not my story, but it's a story, and I think you might like it. It's kind of weird, wonderful. I've got my notes here, so I'm gonna go through the pages. But first, let me carry on eating. Ooh. Ooh. Can you see all the steam? I don't know if you can. Ooh. I don't know. Oh my gosh. I just say it took me a while to get to this point. All that cooking. I don't mind it actually, it's quite fun. It's the whole process. This story is called My Lunatic Ex Thinks My Daughter is His and Kidnaps Her from School. Doom. Imagine that. That is some crazy shit. That is real crazy. This story is about a girl named Rebecca, or a woman named Rebecca, because now she's a woman. This happened to her when she was 19 years old. There's a hair on this. My hair, of course, because I was the one that cooked it. So, ooh, that's a lot of cheese. When Rebecca was 19 years old, she met a guy named Casey. They started dating casually. Rebecca says that Casey was charming. They had a lot in common. Like he was handsome, like, you know, the typical beautiful guy that everyone wants to be with. So they had a day and it was amazing. It went so well. But the next day, after Rebecca and Casey's first date, a friend texts her and tells her, you know, Casey, there's an off vibe about him. There's something, he's not right, you know? He's kind of psycho. This friend warns Rebecca. Rebecca shrugs it off. She's like, this guy, he's really nice, he's really charming, you know, I'm just gonna give him a go. I'm gonna see what it is about him, you know, because he just seems so nice. Rebecca and Casey's relationship was not serious at all. Well, according to Casey, he didn't want to have any sort of relationship with Rebecca. So Casey starts seeing other girls, as would any young male would want to do. I guess, you never know. Rebecca's kind of hurt by this. She wants to be with Casey. He's the epitome. Is that a word? Oh my gosh, I should not even try doing large words. Rebecca was hurt by the fact that Casey didn't want to be in a relationship with her. You know, she was like, I'm gonna try and change this guy's mind. You know, I'm wonderful. Like, why wouldn't he want to be with me? So they start spending more time together. And this is when Rebecca realizes that this friend of mine was right. Casey, he has anger issues. He's very crazy. Ooh. He's like a wolf in sheep's clothing. Rebecca sees that Casey has anger issues. He would say things like he fantasized about going on a shooting spree, or he would throw plates around the house if the food was not cooked properly in the microwave. Who does that? The last straw for Rebecca was when he said to her, in quotes, I wish I could shove a fire poker down the neighbor's dog's throat so it wouldn't bark anymore. Like, what? Who says that? Who says that they want to go on shooting sprees? And it seemed like Casey was really serious about this. Ooh. Ooh, 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 ooh. Cook. This fling between Rebecca and Casey lasted only about 5 months, till she split up with him. Now Casey, he was heartbroken. He begged her to take him back, but she refuses. A few months down the line, Rebecca finds her now husband and they start dating, and it's a whirlwind for her. Casey tries one last time to beg for Rebecca back. He shows up at her house, her humble abode. Oh man, I can already see where this is going. Can you? No. One thing I kind of dislike about this camera is that it goes in and out of focus. Like you can see it's flickering here. But that's also because there is steam coming from the cheese. So I don't know whether... I've been trying to see how to fix it, but... I'm just trying to get the whole thing in focus, but it doesn't want to. Why? Also, if you could hear anything in the background, I am filming at the most hectic time during the day when there's so much noise. Usually it's really quiet around my area, by the way. But after this, today's bonfire night. If you're from the UK, after this we're going to watch the fireworks. So I need to hurry up. Cheese on the hot Cheeto. Okay. So when Casey shows up at Rebecca's house, he's begging her, take me back, take me back. If you don't take me back, I will shoot myself in the head right here, right now. You are the love of my life. We belong together. And he's frantic. And Rebecca doesn't know how to deal with this. She's never had to... She's not good with confrontation, shall I say. So she lets him into her house, and she's like, Casey, just calm down. I'm gonna call a friend for you, you know, just to take you home so you can just calm down. But as she's doing this, Casey takes advantage of her. Casey starts coming on to Rebecca, and she's like, no. He starts trying to kiss her, trying to pull her pants down. She's like, no, sorry, I cannot do this. Keep in mind, she does have a boyfriend. So because Rebecca refuses to sleep with him, Casey, unfortunately, beats her to a pulp and leaves her lying in her own blood and goes home. Now, she does not tell anyone about this. Good, it's good. The chicken is very tender. I cooked it well. And the Cheetos make it so crispy. Rebecca tells her co-workers, look, you know, I was in a bike crash, you know, I banged my head, you know, it was so bad, you know, nothing's wrong with me, it was just a bike crash, I'm okay. She doesn't tell her boyfriend either because she's afraid of the confrontation between them, because Casey has said several times that he has a gun on him, you know, he's a very violent person. So she just leaves it. Now, 6 years later, Rebecca is now married to her boyfriend and they are fostering a child together, a 5-year-old daughter for adoption. Casey had somehow found out about this and messages Rebecca on Facebook saying, you know, that's my daughter, you know, that's my daughter, we belong together, we need to be a family, I will always be there for her no matter what it takes. Side note, the daughter, the 5-year-old child, is Hispanic. Casey is a white male, blonde hair and blue eyes. They look nothing alike. And I'm guessing she's a foster child either way. So no way it's gonna be your daughter, Casey. What you saying? Like, I feel Rebecca's pain. So, Rebecca, you know, deletes the child's photo off Facebook, blocks Casey, you know, and just tries to move on from it. Little did she know, Casey was gonna show up at her house again, saying the same thing, you know, we belong together, that's my child, let's let's look after our child together, you know, we're in love, you know, God told me while I was on meth that I should get sober so I can be there for my child. And she's like, if you do not leave my house, Casey, I will call the cops on you. I will call the police on you. British. So you better leave right now. And he's like, no matter what it takes, I'm going to do whatever it takes to be there for my child. And she's frustrated and still also scared for her life. But he leaves. 3 months down the line, her daughter doesn't show up on the bus from school. This is very alarming to her. Because, of course, straight away, who comes to mind? Casey. Casey did something. I know it's him. All of a sudden it's quiet now. No noise. I really decided not to make noise anymore. Maybe I should just wait a little bit. Oh well. Rebecca calls her child's school asking who picked her up from school. My daughter's not home. Who picked her up from school? And the school is like, her dad picked her up. And she's like, her dad? Bearing in mind, she has not told anybody about the fact that she wants to adopt a child. So I guess they don't know that it's not her child. So she calls the police and they ask her to wait at home just in case her child and Casey come back home. Because you never know. While the other cops go out finding Casey and her child. Thank goodness the police found Casey and her child at McDonald's, unharmed, you know, unbothered. And so the police arrest him. The prosecution was lenient due towards Casey due to the fact that he had a drug problem, and because he didn't harm Rebecca's child. So they dropped all the charges like kidnapping, and he was sentenced to a state hospital, where he was released about 4 months later. Now, Rebecca was granted a 2-year restraining order and was told if Casey ever tries to contact her that, you know, that could be extended anytime, anywhere. Four years on from the ordeal, Rebecca thankfully has not heard from Casey, but she's always still anxious when she hears the doorbell ring, which is so sad. She's always on edge, thinking that Casey would come back and try and kill her. She also heard through the grapevine that, you know, he's doing better, Casey that is. He's weaning off the drugs, so she's a bit more sober, apart from the fact that he's becoming an alcoholic, so that ain't great, is it? And she also hopes she never hears from him again. I hope too, because he sounds like a crazy person. It's like when you meet people online, or like just meet people in general, or someone that you want to date, and they seem charming, they just sometimes seem too good to be true. And then you end up finding out that this person is a lunatic. That is very sad, and I hope that never happens to any of you guys. Thank you so much for listening to this story. I don't know if it was all over the place, like I am all over the place, okay? I cannot talk, but that's fine, because I hope you got the gist of the story anyway. If you've had any bad experience with boyfriends and husbands, please leave them in the comments down below. I'd love to read them. And yeah, so thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye bye.